Yo, what is up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. It's Sunday. Welcome to Random Pick Day. And yes, I do have my phone and my controller in my hand. Therefore, it is going to be a new Siri-based episode. Actually, just like the past few weeks, I've really enjoyed doing these. They're a bit more like... I don't know, I kind of prefer them at the moment, and of course we are over on the World Cup mode once again, and it's another week down the line. My players are still very similar to before, but there's been a few along the way that have been little boosts and stuff, so, I mean, if we just take a little look, you can see that. What are the notable changes from previously? Well, straight away, Messi is now 95. I'm actually recording this still a few days ahead of before this when this goes out, so if there's a chance that, you know, like Ronaldo plays again, gets another upgrade, or Neymar gets an upgrade or something like that, I apologise, but just due to time constraints I have to record this a few days ahead, and I pretty much tell you that every single week. No more red card for Puyol like last week, so he is fully in the running. Toni Kroos has got an upgrade as well, and we will go from all of the players from the first 5 pages. So let's do it, shall we? Smash a like on the video if you do enjoy. Let's get into today's random pick. Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 5.
It's 1.
It's 1. We literally get the player on the first page right here. Okay, so who's it going to be on this page? I don't really want the last 4 players, so anyone before that I will definitely take. Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 10.
That would be 2.
That would be 2. We get Cristiano Ronaldo, ladies and gentlemen. This is my 96 rated Ronaldo. As I said, a few days ahead of time. Whether or not he's played again and got yet another successful upgrade, I don't know. But we're going to be rocking with 96 rated, or the highest rated Ronaldo that we can at the time. Well, I mean, that's a pretty decent start, isn't it? Cristiano Ronaldo. Damn. Out of 50 possible players, we get the highest rated, like, normal card on the game. Pretty buzzing about that. Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 5.
It's 2.
It's 2. Okay, so we get the next best lot of players. Now, there's been Cavani, who we had last week. He actually did get upgraded to a 90 in the end, and I think Modric is the only other one, and Kante and Coutinho, actually, that have all had upgrades in the past. But let's just randomly see what we get, shall we? Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 10.
It's 5.
It's 5. Who are we going to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Luka Modric. This is the 90 rated Croatian, and he got his upgrade after scoring that wonderful goal. No, he didn't. He got it before that, didn't he? He got it in the first game, and then he scored again in their second game, and then of course Croatia went to win in their third to get themselves through to the knockout stages with a perfect 9 points in their group. So far we've got 2 above 90, including a 96 Ronaldo. It's going well. Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 5.
That would be 3.
That would be 3. Okay, we'll just go along one page again. And there's still loads of good players here, but I mean, we've already got 2 very good ones. I don't really mind who we get now. Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 10.
It's 4.
It's 4. Who are we going to get? 1, 2, 3, 4. We get my old mate, Harry Kane. Nice one. 88 rated Harry Kane. So we've actually got 3 European players this time. Now, I'm not just going to build a full-on Europe squad. I need to make sure that I get away from that. I will do my very best to either add a couple of icons in there and then switch it to like the South American or a different confederation. But we do have 3 European players, and we do already have our 2 strikers. So maybe one of them drops down a little bit. I don't know what formation and stuff I'm going to go with yet. I'll play it by ear. I'll see what I can get done. Let's move on into the random pick as normal. Okay, so getting on into it then, I end up switching between formations and eventually going with my bread and butter, the 4-1-2-1-2 second variant, knowing that I can get those players in probably their correct positions. And this is where I'm going to be playing my 3 guys. So Modric is out on the right-hand side of the central midfield options, Kane right striker, CR7 at left striker, and the squad around them looks a little bit like this. So I've thrown an icon in there, and of course I've switched it up to bring some South Americans in there too, so it's not just a fully European dominated squad. I've gone for Ederson in goal, the Man City keeper, over Alisson, who's actually higher rated. I just thought I would try a couple of different players. Vasaico at right back with Alexandro at left back. Normally I would use like Marcelo, but I've decided to go with Alexandro today just to see what, you know, how he compares, because I've used him a couple of times before and I think he's really good. And then, so that I've just not got Brazilian centre-backs and stuff, I've gone for the Uruguayan duo of Jimenez and Godin. I nearly forgot his name there for a moment, but two pretty high-rated ones. Jimenez actually been upgraded, Godin at that normal 88 rated level for him. And then, again, two different Brazilians. I could have just gone with, like, Paulinho and, I don't know, someone else that I would always use. But I've gone with Fernandinho and Renato Augusto? Someone that's come back into FUT for the World Cup mode. Figured I would just give him a shot, right? Try and build the squad a little bit differently, more differently than I would normally do. So Modric is our first random pick player today. 90 rated Modric, has 91 dribbling, 80 shooting and 89 passing. Pretty awesome stats on the Croatian right there. And I wanted to try and get Maradona in because I just don't think I've even used him since I've managed to get him. But he doesn't fit in this squad because I needed that strong link from Rui Costa off to Cristiano Ronaldo so that he gets enough chemistry. And then Harry Kane obviously fits in, getting links to everyone, little soft links to everyone. This has been boosted once. Kane scored obviously in... Well, did he get this one for the first game or the second game? I think it was the first game, right? So he's now up to an 88, and that's him. Pretty good stats. Cristiano Ronaldo with insane stats: 96 rated weird, 91 pace, 90 dribbling, and 94 shooting. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. Yeah, very, very good. Always has been, always will be. And scoring lots of goals at the World Cup as well as Harry Kane, you know. It's tough between them two of who, you know, I'm making this video on, like, Wednesday night. That's how ahead this video has to be made. So obviously it's a bit worrying me that, you know, Ronaldo probably might have a higher rated card. Kane might have a higher rated card by the time this video comes out. If they do, I do apologise. I just literally, you know, at this very moment in time, I'm not even in the country, so I'm away for a couple of weeks, and therefore I had to try and get ahead on one or two videos. So we move on into the goals that I was able to score. That was a nice one from Rui Costa, to be fair. The rainbow flick to weak foot sort of half volley. He managed to strike that superbly well. Like, this was a guy that I came up against that had almost like a starter squad, but he had a lone Ronaldinho, and he was ripping me with so many 5-star skills. It was crazy. He was doing all sorts of hocus pocuses and stuff, yet his squad was pretty much a starter team, and I was able to just beat him, you know? So it's very odd to come up against people like that, who aren't the easiest to play against and actually are pretty good against you going forwards, but I just have the squad and the chemistry that can outdo them, you know, with their starter squad and low chem teams. And alright, so let's talk about our three main players, because actually after Rui Costa got a couple of goals, it was those three players that got the goals for the rest of my team. Now, Modric scored a couple, I think in the same game, actually, and those two goals were taken incredibly well, and genuinely, he holds down the midfield in a really good way. Now, the only problem that you get with Modric is that he's little and not the strongest, and therefore almost like as magical and crazy good as he actually is. Probably one of, if not the best centre midfielder in the world right now. Like, it doesn't necessarily translate super well to FIFA. And the same goes for, like, Harry Kane, you know, one of, if not, yeah, we'll say one of the best strikers in the world. And it doesn't necessarily translate to FIFA because, well, he doesn't have the skill moves and he's not super quick and stuff. And I only got a couple of goals with Harry Kane. The rest of it all had to be relied upon by the main man from Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo, who is the complete opposite of what you might say like Kane and Modric are in this game. Ronaldo is the meta, you know. Yes, he is up there as probably one of two of the best footballers in the world, or two of the best footballers that we've ever seen. I'm not getting into a Messi and Ronaldo argument, but, you know, just be glad that we get to witness this, because I don't think it's ever going to come again. But he's up there. So he is one of the best players in the world, and he also is probably the best player on FIFA, right? You know, he just works. The fact that he's quite tall, he's got the skill moves, he's rapid, and his dribbling is good, and everything about him just fits the meta of the game, and therefore I'd say he's probably the most perfect player. Let's face it, like all the pros in the tournaments, they've all got a CR7 in their squads, haven't they? So that's just the way it goes. Like, he'll win your headers, he'll score your crazy, like, bicycle kick goals. You can play sweaty with them and just hit tap-ins. You know, whatever you want to do, you can sort of do it with Cristiano Ronaldo on this game. And hopefully I'm showing you a variation of goals here today. And that one, to end it, quite nice, right? You know, we hit him with the little sombrero flick, sent the defender the wrong way, hit it on the volley, and that's just an absolutely beautiful goal. And that was actually against the skill guy, so who was absolutely ripping me with Ronaldinho. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try and whip one out myself and see if I can score a nice goal. Actually, we have got one more here. I forgot. I got a rage quit here, so there's no replay, but a solid finish nonetheless from CR7. So those were the goals that I were able to score with the team. Let's go through it now and then rate these guys. So, Ederson in goal is alright, to be fair. Normally I say on the World Cup mode, like, he's a goalkeeper, they all let goals in, but I was fairly surprised at how decent Ederson was, and that almost rings true for what I feel about him on regular FUT as well. He seems to be like Mr. Reliable. I quite like my two centre-backs. I really like Jimenez, and Godin was a little bit slow, but he's quite well positioned for a CB. And then we have Vasyko and Alexandro. Like, Vasyko's alright. He's probably better, like, a second in form on regular FUT. And Alexandro is top-notch. He's really, really good on this game. Just fits the meta once again. Fernandinho, probably not as good as Casemiro or Fabinho, or Paulinho, yeah, he's not as good as any of them. And then I did quite like Renato Augusto, apart from him being slow. So for Luka Modric, I'm going to give him an 8.5 out of 10. He is really good and he's fun to use, but of course he just doesn't quite work because he's only 5'8" and not the strongest. He doesn't have the greatest of physical and stuff, but he is a little magician in the midfield, and I do rate him. He's just not someone that you would want in your final end goals team. Rui Costa performed pretty well for me, scored one particularly nice goal with that rainbow flick to half volley thing, but Harry Kane didn't quite do it for me today. We're going to go with probably the most bang average rating here of a 7 out of 10, because he only got a couple of goals, but he did get some assists in the games that we played. So, 5 contributions from 6 games. I just wasn't that impressed with him on this game. Team of the season versions and stuff over on the regular FUT, he's really good. And then Ronaldo gets one of a very few full perfect 10 out of 10s that I will ever give on the random pick. I think I gave it to Hullet so far this year, maybe a Yaya Toure card on a previous FIFA, but I don't dish it out very often. But yeah, he's just perfect for this game, so I'm sure a lot of you could see it coming. CR7 is just the best on FIFA, I would say, especially the best on the World Cup mode. Him alongside R9 would be the perfect strike force for me. So there you go, guys, that is the random pick. Just to let you know that yes, there will be a few days or a couple of weeks, shall we say, with very limited or no content on the channel from now. I've got a random pick for you next Sunday, and then I think that's it, but there's a few days in between this Sunday and next Sunday, of course, and then the week after that, and then by the time the World Cup final comes around, I will be back from my little trip, where I will then be able to start making fresh content for you again. So if I could ask for your support and just to stick by the channel, it's just going to have a bit of a quiet time. I'm going away to reflect, figure out what we're going to do going forwards and stuff, and actually just take the first break from the channel for a few years. So I'm very anxious about it. I don't like doing this, but I want to see how it does and see if I can get some fresh thoughts for going forward. So I greatly appreciate any of you guys that stick around and stay supporting the channel. It means the world to me. Have a great day, have a great couple of weeks, and I'll see you soon. Peace.